Did you know that the world of military aviation is much more fascinating than we usually see in the sky? The U.S. scientist revealing the new UFO aircraft is another intriguing piece of news, a symbol of some mysterious aircraft operating above the clouds and shrouded in secrecy. In the past months, there have been almost 1,000 reports of UFO sightings, which raises the question, what secrets are being kept by the world of military aviation? There are many theories about what these mysterious objects in the sky could be, but do we really know which is true? Join us as we reveal how U.S. scientists just announced an insane UFO aircraft that changes everything. It is widely known that many countries are investing in developing advanced military aviation technologies that go beyond conventional aircraft. These countries take all necessary measures to keep their projects confidential. One of these is the Black Manta in Antelope Valley, a prime assumption of a secret military installation hidden from the public for years. The 300-acre site, located between Palmdale and Lancaster, California, is assumed to be home to some of the most renowned names in the U.S. defense industry. These include the U.S. Air Force Plan 42, Skunk Works, Northrop Grumman, Boeing, and NASA Armstrong Flight Research Center. However, it's crucial to be cautious, not jump to conclusions, and attribute all unusual aerial sightings to the same source and secrecy. Stories of advanced technology and secretive military projects often surround the TR-3 Black Manta, one of many UFO artifacts that are supposed to exist. It's an alleged hypersonic reconnaissance aircraft supposedly developed by the U.S. Air Force and Northrop, the company that created the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. The TR-3B Black Manta was said to have been spotted flying over an object that American ufologists call an underwater UFO base. Its stealth capabilities are a defining feature, with rumors that using top-of-the-line radar-absorbing materials and design elements makes the aircraft nearly invisible to enemy radar systems. This allows it to operate undetected in the shadows. However, the allure of the TR-3 Black Manta does not end with its stealth capabilities. Supporters of the mythos surrounding the aircraft describe it as having exceptional propulsion systems surpassing conventional aviation's limits. Speculation ranges from hypersonic engines to anti-gravity technology, hinting at previously unheard-of speeds and maneuverability that appear to defy the laws of physics. The TR-3 Black Manta's reputed capabilities extend beyond altitude and range. It is purported to have the ability to fly at near space levels and cover great distances with ease. This alleged long-range reconnaissance and surveillance capacity, in combination with advanced sensor systems, such as state-of-the-art infrared and electro-optical sensors, adds to its reputation as an intelligence-gathering marvel. It was also rumored that the TR-3 Black Manta is a plane that has an advanced propulsion system. Some people claim it might have a hypersonic engine or anti-gravity technology. These systems would allow the TR-3 Black Manta to fly faster and more nimbly than conventional planes. The possibility of such advanced technology suggests that this aircraft is pushing the limits of what we know about aerial performance. Speculation suggests that the TR-3 Black Manta has the potential to operate at exceptionally high altitudes, even approaching those of near space. Furthermore, this aircraft is believed to have a long range and can conduct surveillance or engage targets over vast distances. Sophisticated sensor systems, including advanced infrared and electro-optical sensors, are reportedly integrated into the TR-3 Black Manta. These systems would allow the aircraft to collect highly detailed intelligence and carry out reconnaissance missions with great precision. Various conspiracy theories suggest that the TR-3 Black Manta is outfitted with cutting-edge weapons and countermeasures. Such weaponry could include directed energy weapons, missiles, or electronic warfare systems designed to engage or neutralize enemy threats. The TR-3 Black Manta remains a subject of fascination, with its advanced technology and secretive operations capturing our imagination. However, it's important to approach stories about the aircraft skeptically, given their speculative and fictional nature. Although we may be drawn to the mysterious aircraft, the TR-3 Black Manta's existence remains unproven and its secrets unrevealed. However, early this year, the U.S. Department of Defense unveiled its newest nuclear stealth bomber, the B-21 Raider, as part of its ongoing efforts to modernize all three legs of its nuclear triad. Although the B-21 was developed secretly for several years, it is the first new American bomber aircraft in over 3 decades. And almost every aspect of the program is classified due to the sensitive nature of the project. The B-21 Raider was introduced during a flyover of the 3 bombers still in service: the B-52 Stratofortress, the B-1 Lancer, and the B-2 Spirit. The reality suggested that the Pentagon is shifting from counter-terrorism campaigns to addressing China's rapid military modernization. The B-21 Raider is a crucial element of this shift and is part of a broader effort to modernize the country's nuclear arsenal. This aircraft is not just another plane. It represents America's unwavering commitment to defending its republic against any threat that may arise. The nuclear triad, which includes silo-launched nuclear ballistic missiles and submarine-launched warheads, is being updated to ensure that the U.S. can respond to any potential threat with a full range of options. While the Raider may resemble the B-2, the way it operates internally is extremely advanced compared to the B-2 because the technology has evolved so much in computing capability that we can now embed it in the software of the B-21. Even the most sophisticated air defense systems will need help to detect a B-21 in the sky. Other developments of the Raider likely include new ways to control electronic emissions so the bomber could spoof adversary radars and disguise itself as another object. Several defense analysts said the use of new propulsion technologies. It is incredibly low observability, in that if you'll hear it, but you really won't see it. The cost of the B-21 Raider bombers is currently unknown. Still, the Air Force had previously estimated that the average cost of each bomber in 2010 dollars would be around $550 million, or roughly $753 million today. However, how much is being spent needs to be clarified. The B-2, the predecessor of the B-21, was initially intended to be a fleet of over 100 aircraft. Still, only 21 were built due to cost overruns and a changed security environment after the fall of the Soviet Union. Additionally, only a few of these aircraft are ready to fly on any given day due to the significant maintenance requirements of the aging bomber. The B-21 Raider, named after the famous 1942 Doolittle raid over Tokyo, will be slightly smaller than the B-2 to increase its range. Northrop Grumman, the manufacturer of the B-21, has incorporated maintenance lessons learned from the B-2. One of the areas for improvement of the B-2 is its limited landing options, as only hangars globally can accommodate its wingspan. This limits the aircraft's landing options for maintenance purposes. The Spirit's windows also don't open, and hot climates can cook cockpit electronics, so the hangars must be air-conditioned. However, the new Raider will have new hangars to accommodate its size and complexity. The Raider's extended range means it won't need to be based in theater and won't require logistical support to hold any target at risk. Regarding their debuts, there was a significant difference between the B-2 and the Raider aircraft. Although both were unveiled to the public in Palmdale, California, the B-2 made its debut in 1988 in a grand manner, with a public display that generated a lot of fanfare. On the other hand, the Raider was only partially exposed during its debut, with its sensitive propulsion systems and sensors kept under the hangar, shielded from overhead surveillance satellites and cameras that are now more advanced than in 1988. This difference in debut reveals the progress in technology over the years and how it has impacted how aircraft are unveiled. Again, in 2013, the U.S. Air Force dispatched a spy plane over the Pacific Ocean for covert intelligence-gathering missions targeting China, Russia, and North Korea. During this operation, a strange object was spotted in the sky over Area 51, leading many to believe it was a UFO. Later, it was revealed that the object was the RQ-170 Sentinel, a high-tech aircraft developed by Lockheed Martin for the U.S. Air Force. The RQ-170 Sentinel is an unmanned aerial vehicle designed and manufactured by Skunk Works, a division of Lockheed Martin Corporation for the United States Air Force. This high-altitude and long-endurance surveillance drone can fly at an altitude of 50,000 feet for extended periods, providing real-time intelligence data by executing surveillance and reconnaissance operations over a large area. The RQ-170 Sentinel is an unmanned aerial vehicle, UAV, designed and manufactured by Skunk Works, a division of Lockheed Martin Corporation for the United States Air Force, USAF. It is a high-altitude and long-endurance surveillance drone that can fly at an altitude of 50,000 feet for extended periods. It provides real-time intelligence data by executing surveillance and reconnaissance operations over a large area. The Sentinel was used in various military operations, including the raid on Osama bin Laden's compound in Pakistan. It is a remarkable technological achievement that can provide valuable intelligence to the U.S. military. Deployed to Afghanistan for Operation Enduring Freedom, the Sentinel can capture real-time imagery of the battlefield and transfer the data to the Ground Control Station, GCS, through a line of sight, LOS, and communication data link. Its advanced technology allows it to safely operate in hostile environments, including providing live coverage of the raid on Osama bin Laden's compound in Pakistan. The Sentinel was used by President Barack Obama himself to receive live coverage of the raid. The RQ-170 Sentinel is a technological breakthrough that has revolutionized how the U.S. military conducts its operations. It is also known as the Beast of Kandahar, and is one of the most advanced UAVs in the world. Its unique ability to fly undetected has made it instrumental in gathering intelligence for military operations. The RQ-170 features include bat-shaped wings, a blended fuselage, a pointed nose, and tricycle-type landing gear. It is equipped with advanced technology to perform surveillance missions and collect data in real time. The front fuselage section of the Sentinel houses an electro-optic camera that captures images or videos of the battlefield it is surveying. This feature allows for accurate and detailed analysis of the area being monitored. Also, a direction satellite communication antenna is installed on the UAV to enable communication between the vehicle and the Ground Control Station, GCS. This feature ensures that the Sentinel can be controlled remotely and data can be transmitted back to the control station in real time. The GCS not only retrieves and processes the data, but also plays a pivotal role in its storage and continuous monitoring. The RQ-170 is powered by a single General Electric TF-34 turbofan engine that produces 9,275 pounds of thrust. This engine was designed and built by US-based engine manufacturer General Electric Aviation. It produces a high thrust-to-weight ratio, consumes less fuel, and minimizes operational costs. The TF-34 boasts a dual-stage high-pressure turbine, 4-stage low-pressure turbines, an annular combustor, and 14-stage high-pressure axial flow compressors. These features ensure the engine is highly efficient and reliable, providing the RQ-170 Sentinel with the power it needs to complete its missions precisely and accurately. While other nations still relied on piloted reconnaissance aircraft, the RQ-170 Sentinel represented a groundbreaking shift as a proper unmanned aerial vehicle, UAV. Crafted with a singular purpose, to clandestinely spy on critical enemy targets, its very name, Sentinel, speaks to its role as a silent watcher. This stealth aircraft, an epitome of cutting-edge technology, achieved a dual feat, gathering crucial intelligence on North Korea's nuclear and space programs and, intriguingly, becoming a focal point of discussion among UFO enthusiasts worldwide. The Sentinel's sleek design and secretive missions elevated it to iconic status, blending military strategy and the enigmatic allure of unidentified aerial phenomena. Turning to a more concrete example of stealth technology, the Lockheed F-117 Nighthawk significantly shaped American military aviation. The F-117 Nighthawk was created to respond to the national need for a fighter jet that could operate undetected by enemies. Despite its unconventional design that differed from Kelly Johnson's preferred aircraft designs, the F-117's unique exterior allowed it to reflect radar waves and evade detection. In 1975, Skunk Works participated in a pole-off competition held by the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA. Skunk Works' design displayed unparalleled low observability, and the team was awarded the contract for Have Blue, a stealth demonstrator that led to the development of the F-117 Nighthawk. DARPA granted Skunk Works the contract for the Nighthawk less than a year after HAV-Blue's successful first flight in 1977, and the Skunk Works team partnered with the U.S. Air Force to begin production. The F-117's first flight occurred in 1981, just 31 months after the contract award, and deliveries began the following year. The aircraft's initial operational capability was achieved in 1983, but remained highly secretive for many years. The program was publicly acknowledged in 1988 and made its first formal public appearance in 1990. At this point, the aircraft had already been in operation for 7 years. The development of the F-117 was done with utmost secrecy, and even high-ranking Pentagon officials were not privy to it. The covert nature of its development led to the creation of the mythical F-19 stealth fighter. This non-existent fifth-generation aircraft gained popularity in various forms of media, such as toys, comics, books, and video games. Thousands of people attended the aircraft's first public viewing at Nellis Air Force Base, where they could finally see more than just the fuzzy, low-quality image of the F-117. The F-117 was officially unveiled in 1988, dispelling the myths surrounding the F-19 and affirming its role as a groundbreaking stealth aircraft crucial to Operation Desert Storm. During its combat debut, the F-117 proved its effectiveness by logging over 6,900 flight hours and destroying more than 1,600 targets. Despite being retired from service in 2008, the F-117 remains a fascinating and inspiring aircraft with an enigmatic aura. Its secretive design is shrouded in mystery, with only one loss occurring over Serbia in 1999. Even today, the F-117 continues to symbolize technological prowess and military innovation. In addition, the Bird of Prey, a joint project between McDonnell Douglas and Boeing in the 1990s, adds a touch of science fiction to the world of stealth. Its name, inspired by the Klingon spacecraft from Star Trek, is fitting for its stealth capabilities. This black project, developed at the renowned Area 51, intertwines military innovation with the imaginative realm of spacefaring cultures. The Bird of Prey project, along with Lockheed's covert projects such as the F-117 Nighthawk stealth jets and the stealth ship Sea Shadow, was revealed by Vice President Alan Weichman. These projects were entrusted to the capable hands of Lockheed's expert team, and the Bird of Prey in particular showcases the legendary Phantom Works division of Boeing and its covert prototypes. These stealth aircraft continue to captivate and mystify, transcending the boundaries of conventional understanding in the intricate tapestry of military aviation, where reality often mirrors fiction. The Bird of Prey was designed with the primary goal of achieving a low radar profile. The hull was streamlined meticulously to achieve this feat. The team ingeniously concealed gaps in the design using flexible casings. The cockpit canopy, landing gear, wings, and fuselage were aligned to eliminate any protruding elements. The engine air intake was also hidden deep within the fuselage and disguised by a lantern and an air intake duct. The team also focused on minimizing the aircraft's acoustic signature by redesigning the engine exhaust. They used computer-based design modeling and performance simulations to achieve this objective. This approach allowed for the creation of component prototypes that closely resembled the finished product, a departure from traditional iterative prototyping methods. Weichman's team ushered in a new era of efficiency with their revolutionary methodology. Ahead of tests, skepticism lingered regarding the alien-like aircraft's ability to take flight. However, Phantom Works chief pilot Rudy Hogg defied expectations, successfully launching the Bird of Prey in 1996 at a speed of 300 miles per hour and a ceiling of 20,000 feet. Notably, the project's emphasis was on something other than surpassing contemporary fighters, but on demonstrating the feasibility of constructing an affordable stealth aircraft. With a modest budget of around $67 million, less than the current cost of the F-35 Lightning II, the Bird of Prey reshaped the aircraft design and construction landscape. The project, declassified in 2002, left an indelible mark on the industry. influencing subsequent designs, such as the Boeing X-45A introduced in 2000. Today, the legacy of the bird of prey lives on, not in the secretive recesses of Area 51, but prominently showcased in the National Museum of the U.S. Air Force in Wright-Patterson, Ohio. Airplanes and drones have existed for a long time and have been the subject of many questions. However, the classified nature of many details surrounding these aircraft has led to speculation and various conspiracy theories. It's important to note that while some of the information surrounding these aircraft has been declassified, much remains unknown. Most aircraft once shrouded in secrecy have since been retired from service and are quietly living out the rest of their days in hangars somewhere. These aircraft remain relevant in aviation history as they represent significant advancements in technology and engineering. It's worth noting that the new airplanes have a familiar shape and cannot be mistaken for UFOs. However, this has kept some from making wild claims about their origins and capabilities. The reality of these aircraft may be less exotic than some theories suggest, but the shroud of secrecy adds to their mystique. So many people have reported seeing strange objects in the sky when some of the NGAD top-secret new fighter jets were tested. Coincidentally, this new aircraft's abilities could match what people typically describe when discussing UFO sightings. The NGAD's fighter jets, as we can see, are incredibly advanced and cutting-edge technology.
The marvel of human flight has created a lot of excitement and opened the doors to endless possibilities for military purposes. From the first planes that took to the skies to planes exceeding 1,522 miles per hour to cover massive distances in minutes, these aircraft have broken barriers that were once thought impossible. They not only compete in speed and altitude, but also onboard perfection. These fascinating planes can fly at 3 miles above ground, pushing the throttle backward as the engine accelerates you to speeds unseen by any other life form, packed with cutting-edge features. Assessing their high-tech wonders, capabilities, and military prowess, let's explore the marvels of these supersonic aircraft in a thrilling journey that puts them in a head-to-head matchup against one another. Which one of these is the most fearsome? Join us as we reveal the ranking of the most successful fighter aircraft in the world, Boeing F/A-18E/F Super Hornet. An American carrier-based fighter bomber and attack aircraft are considered a deep reworking of the F/A-18 fighter. It peaks at a maximum speed of 1,189 miles per hour. The Super Hornet is pretty much a new aircraft. The wingspan is 20 greater, the empty weight is 7,054 pounds, and the maximum takeoff weight is 14,991 pounds more than the original model. In terms of fuel capacity, the new aircraft surpasses the Hornet by 33%, which made it possible to increase the combat radius by 41 and the flight duration by 50. In terms of empty weight, the Super Hornet is about 5 tons lighter than the F-14 Tomcat fighter, while at the same time, in terms of payload mass and flight range, the Super Hornet approaches the F-14, although it does not exceed its predecessor. F-16 Fighting Falcon. An American multi-purpose light fighter of the 4th generation. It has its maximum speed at 1,317 miles per hour at an altitude of 40,026 feet. The F-16 is a monoplane with a wing and one engine in the aft fuselage. The structure is 78.3% made of aluminum alloys, 4.2% titanium alloys, 4.2% carbon fiber, and 3.7% steel. To ensure ease of operation, the aircraft has 228 hatches and removable panels. The engine has a ventral air intake, and the cab is equipped with a regenerative air conditioning and pressurization system. The McDonnell Douglas ASUS-2 ejection seat provides aircraft ejection while parked and in flight at a speed of 683 miles per hour at altitudes up to 49,212 feet. The aircraft control system is by wire with four-fold redundancy. Su-30. The Russian double multi-role fighter is a 4+ generation designed for air superiority, capping at a maximum speed of 1,317 miles per hour. The Su-30 is designed to destroy air targets day and night in simple and difficult meteorological conditions, as well as against the background of the Earth when using active and passive jamming. Airspace control, blocking enemy airfields at great depths, and actions on land and sea targets. The Su-30 can also be used to control group combat operations and gain air superiority, destroy enemy airborne assault forces, as well as conduct aerial reconnaissance, and destroy ground targets in simple and difficult meteorological conditions. Small arms and cannon armament include an automatic rapid-firing single-barreled cannon of 30mm caliber with 150 rounds of ammunition. The aircraft can carry up to 6 medium-range air-to-air missiles. The total mass of the combat load is 8,818 pounds. Saab JS-39 Gripen. The Saab JAS-39 Gripen is a Swedish multi-role fighter of the 4th generation that flies at a maximum speed of 1,367 miles per hour at high altitude. The first Gripens had a very limited arsenal of air-to-air weapons and could only use AIM-9L short-range missiles. But in 1999, the 120 medium-range missiles were integrated into the JAS-39, which gave the aircraft the ability to destroy air targets beyond visual range. Gripen is a multi-purpose aircraft. Therefore, in addition to conventional aerial bombs and blocks with unguided aerial missiles, it can carry precision weapons to engage ground and surface targets. One such weapon is the AGM-65 Maverick short-range air-to-surface missile, which is used to destroy tactical targets such as armored vehicles, air defense facilities, and small ships. F-22 Raptor. A 5th-generation multi-role fighter developed by Lockheed Martin, Boeing, and General Dynamics to combat enemy aircraft, cover troops, and rear targets from airstrikes, and counter enemy air reconnaissance day and night in simple and difficult weather conditions. The F-22 is the first 5th-generation fighter in service, with a maximum speed of 1,499 miles per hour. Armament includes a 20mm M61A2 Vulcan cannon with 480 rounds, air-to-air missiles, 6 AIM-120C AMRAAM, 2 AIM-9M Sidewinder, and JDAM corrected bombs. The F-22 is compatible with the GBU-39 and SDB-53B precision-guided bombs. The fighter is capable of launching missiles and dropping bombs from internal compartments at supersonic speeds. Su-57. This is another Russian multifunctional fighter, but of the 5th generation. It has a maximum speed of 1,516 miles per hour. The aircraft was designed to replace the Su-27 heavy fighter in the Russian Air Force. Most of the information about the Su-57 is classified for this reason. Only the approximate characteristics of the aircraft are known. In terms of wingspan and length, the Su-57 is larger than the F-22, but less than the Su-27. By weight, it probably belongs, like the Su-27, to the class of heavy fighters. The aircraft fully meets all the requirements for a 5th-generation fighter. It is inconspicuous, has a supersonic cruising speed, is capable of maneuvering with high G-forces, is equipped with advanced electronics, and is multifunctional. The Su-57 has the ability to control its artificial intelligence or operator in unmanned mode at long distances from the base. This removes the physiological limitations on speed, and maneuver overloads will cease to play a role in combat tactics. The fighter is capable of performing tasks and integration with the latest UAV hunter. When interacting with a 5th-generation fighter jet, the stealth strike drone can become a breakthrough in the field of combat use of fighter aircraft. This opens up a huge scope for effective interaction between the pilot and the combat robot. Eurofighter Typhoon. This fighter jet is a multi-purpose fighter of the 4th generation, and serial production is currently underway. The aircraft was put into service with the air forces of Germany, Italy, Spain, Great Britain, Austria, and Saudi Arabia. It flies at a top speed of 1,150 miles per hour. According to an intergovernmental agreement of 4 states, Great Britain, Germany, Italy, and Spain undertook to participate in the joint development and subsequent manufacture of a new generation engine for the Eurofighter fighter. The modular engine's average dismantling time is 45 minutes, and the characteristics of the engine provide the Eurofighter with the ability to cruise supersonic flight without switching on afterburner. The Eurofighter company claims that the aircraft is capable of cruising supersonic flight without turning on the afterburner mode of the engines at a speed of 600 kilometers an hour, but tests carried out in Singapore showed that in hot weather, the maximum non-afterburner speed with a combat load is 798 miles per hour. Su-35. The Su-35 is a Russian multi-purpose super-maneuverable fighter with thrust vector control of Generation 4++. The aircraft has a top speed of 1,726 miles per hour. The Su-35 fighter is a deep modernization of the Su-27. It has a largely new reinforced airframe. Unlike the old Su-27M, it does not have a front horizontal tail and a brake flap. Braking during landing is carried out by deviating the rudders from the longitudinal axis. The Su-35 has the IUS-35 information management system. The aircraft is equipped with electronic warfare equipment and can also be equipped with group electronic protection stations. The cockpit is equipped with 3 multi-screen displays and a holographic indicator on the windshield. The aircraft is equipped with the L-1535 radiation warning system for extra protection. Sukhoi Su-27 Flanker. The Sukhoi Su-27 flanker stands as a testament to Soviet engineering excellence and innovation. With a top speed of 1,788 miles per hour, it pushes the boundaries of craftsmanship from the USSR era. Equipped with a twin-engine configuration, it boasts the distinction of being the first Russian jet with a fly-by-wire control system, showcasing advancements that were ahead of its time. Designed primarily for air superiority, the Su-27 was crafted to counter the capabilities of new American 3.7 Gen fighters, such as the F-15 Eagle. Armed with a formidable 30mm gun and 10 external pylons, this fighter has the versatility to carry a range of air-to-air heat-seeking short and medium-range missiles. Its combat capabilities have earned it a reputation as a formidable adversary in aerial engagements. Beyond its impressive performance in the skies, the Su-27's legacy is further solidified by its various accomplishments and enduring popularity. With numerous variants evolving over the years, some of which remain modern even today, the flanker continues to demonstrate its adaptability and effectiveness 43 years after its inaugural flight in 1977. The Su-27 flanker truly stands as a symbol of enduring excellence in the world of military aviation. McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle. The F-15, a 4th-generation American all-weather fighter, is meticulously designed for air superiority, reaching an impressive maximum speed of 1,872 miles per hour. Notably, the aircraft's structural resilience is demonstrated by its ability to withstand the impact of a 20mm high-explosive fragmentation projectile without resulting in the loss of the aircraft. Fuel distribution on the F-15 is strategically organized among 6 tanks. 4 are in the fuselage and 2 are in the wings. The fuselage tanks, prioritized for their soft nature, are produced before the caisson-like wing tanks. Autonomous power systems for engines, complete with individual supply tanks and a ringing system, contribute to the aircraft's self-sufficiency. Additionally, most of the fuel lines are situated within the tanks, enhancing overall efficiency. To ensure safety, consumable tanks are shielded by protectors capable of withstanding bullets up to 12.7 millimeters in caliber, minimizing the risk of explosion. For an added layer of protection, all fuel tanks are filled with polyurethane foam, showcasing a comprehensive commitment to safety measures in the design and operation of the F-15. General Dynamics F-111 Aardvark. The General Dynamics F-111 Aardvark, distinguished as a tactical bomber rather than a fighter, showcased its prowess with a top speed of 1,902 miles per hour. Prior to its retirement in 1998, this formidable aircraft boasted 9 hardpoints and 2 weapon bays. Its versatility extended to delivering a substantial payload of 31,526 pounds, comprising various options such as nuclear bombs, air-to-air missiles, or a 2,000-round machine gun. Remarkably, the Aardvark held the distinction of being the first aircraft in production featuring a variable sweep wing configuration. This innovative design led to testing for carrier-based operations, although this endeavor remained incomplete. Despite encountering challenges, there were instances of successful trials, underlining Aardvark's pioneering role in aviation technology and its adaptability for diverse mission profiles. McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle. The F-15 has been claimed to be one of the most successful aircraft ever built and is still in service with the U.S. Air Force. It was introduced in 1976 and will continue to be a part of the Air Force beyond 2025. Almost 1,200 F-15s have been built, and they have been exported to, among others, Japan, Saudi Arabia, and Israel. These aircraft were produced until 2019. It was first designed as an air superiority aircraft, but later the F-15E Strike Eagle was built, an air-to-ground derivative. The F-15 can load a variety of Sparrow, Sidewinder, 120 MRM, drop bombs for instance, Mark 84 or 82, or external fuel tanks on its 11 hardpoints. Together with its 20mm M6101 Vulcan gun, it is no surprise that this buster has over 100 confirmed aerial combat victories. Mikoyan MiG-31 Foxbat. This jet has a mind-blowing top speed of 2,153 miles per hour. Also, this one was once available for tourist flights due to its enormous twin engine with a thrust of 2 by 152 kN. It was able to fly at supersonic speeds at both high and low altitudes. It is a Soviet interceptor built to take out enemy aircraft and has great capabilities to do so using a combination of active and passive radars. 4 Foxhounds can together control a front of 559 miles in length. The weapons that it has at its disposal are 123mm gun with 260 rounds under the fuselage, 4 R-33 air-to-air heavy or 6 R-37 air-to-air missiles on pylons, long or medium-range missiles, short-range IR missiles, or a special medium-range air-to-air missile for high-speed targets. The production ended in 1994, but it is unknown exactly how many MiG-31s were built. Between 400 and 500 is said to be a qualified guess. The MiG-31 is still in service with the Russian and Kazakhstani air forces today. Bell X-2 Starbuster. The Starbuster, a remarkable American research aircraft, took to the skies for its inaugural flight in 1955 and gracefully concluded its service in 1956. It marked a continuation of the X-2 program, focusing on investigating the behavior of aircraft at speeds surpassing 1,522 miles per hour. Strikingly, the Starbuster was not armed, featuring a back-swept wing that minimized air resistance, enabling it to reach an astounding speed of 2,432 miles per hour in 1956. However, the triumph of this speed milestone was accompanied by tragedy. Shortly after reaching this remarkable velocity, pilot Milburn G. Apt executed a sharp turn, leading to the aircraft tumbling out of control. Regaining command proved impossible, and Apt had to bail out. Tragically, The escape attempt was hindered as only the small parachute of the escape shuttle opened, resulting in a high-speed impact upon hitting the ground. This fatal crash brought a premature end to the Starbuster program, leaving behind a legacy of ambitious exploration and the perils inherent in pushing the boundaries of aeronautical capabilities. Mikoyan MiG-25 Foxbat. This jet was a Soviet machine built to intercept American aircraft during the Cold War, like the SR-71 and high, slow-flying surveillance aircraft. Since it was built to intercept the SR-71, it was required to have an extreme speed, hence its 2,435 miles per hour top capability. The Foxbat, unlike the Blackbird, featured 4 air-to-air missiles, which made it an interceptor rather than a reconnaissance aircraft. It has never shot down a Blackbird, but it has had many other combat missions that have been successful, for instance, in the Iran-Iraq War. Over 1,100 Foxbats were built between 1964 and 1984. However, today, the use is limited, with its only users being Russia, Syria, Algeria, and Turkmenistan. Lockheed SR-71 Blackbird. The Lockheed SR-71 Blackbird, introduced in 1966, has left an indelible mark on aviation history. Serving both the United States Air Force, USAF, and NASA, only 32 of these iconic aircraft were ever built, exclusively for reconnaissance and experimental research purposes. Notably, the SR-71 featured state-of-the-art stealth technology. Its phenomenal speed of 2,192 miles per hour rendered it nearly invincible in the face of potential threats. Even if detected by enemy forces, the Blackbird could effortlessly outrun interceptors or surface-to-air missiles. The sheer velocity of the aircraft created a unique phenomenon. The air in front of it couldn't escape in time, resulting in immense pressure and soaring temperatures, reaching several hundred degrees. This extreme environment expanded the metal structure, necessitating the aircraft to be built in 2 small pieces. Consequently, the SR-71 had a distinctive quirk: it leaked oil when stationary. Despite such peculiarities, the Blackbird's unparalleled speed and technological advancements solidify its legacy as an iconic and groundbreaking aircraft in the realm of aviation. North American X-15. This aircraft has the current world record for the fastest manned aircraft. Its maximum speed was 4,443 miles per hour, which it attained on the 3rd of October 1967, thanks to its pilot William J. Pete Knight. To be stable at these super high velocities, it had to feature a big wedge tail. However, the downside of this was at lower speeds. The drag was extremely big from such a tail. Therefore, a B-52 Stratofortress had to carry it up to an altitude of about 45,941 feet before dropping it, at which it ignited its engines. Just imagine sitting in a rocket measuring only 49 feet in length and then being dropped. It must have been a truly magnificent feeling. The X-15 was used at such extreme speeds that it did not use traditional ways to steer using drag over fin. Instead, it used rocket thrusters. This made it possible to reach altitudes higher than 62 miles, which was one of its world records. These are the 3 records that brought the X-15 rocket jet into the history books. It was the first operational space plane. It got to a height of more than 62 miles, and it flew more than 6 times the speed of sound, 5,099 miles per hour. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click on the link appearing on your screen to watch another of our interesting videos. See you there.